Let's get it. 2020, we're reaching our goals. No is not an option. I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel if you are new. And if you're not new, then hey, welcome back. And you should subscribe. Everyone should subscribe. Because I was looking at my analytics and it was something like, I'm gonna mess it up. Let me look. 45.6% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, but you're still watching, so thanks, but you should subscribe. What are you doing? So today, I'm sure you can see, oh, there's a glare, there's a big glare there. But I made a vision board for 2020. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to do one of these, but I never actually have. But yeah, so I'm just going to take you through some of my goals for 2020 and what I have on my vision board. What you guys can do to make yourself a vision board that's actually gonna work for you. I'm excited. So let's go. So if you want to know my goals for 2020, then stay tuned till the end of the video and then we can chat about it. But until then, I want to share how I made my vision board and then again, tips that you guys can use if you want to make your own, which I highly encourage you do in some form or another. So if you don't know what a vision board is, it's essentially just a visual representation of things that you want to achieve, goals you want to achieve, things you want to attract or manifest into your life, all in one central place that you can look at it. So for me, the good thing about vision boards is I'm a very visual person, so this is really helpful for me. And I'm a decently goal-oriented person too. I like to achieve things, I think. I'm an Enneagram Type 2 Wing 3, so if you know, you know. The thing about vision boards though is that it's not just oh, I'm gonna put all these pictures up of things that I want. I want this certain car and this exact house and this certain significant other and all of this stuff that can go on a vision board. You can really put whatever you want on a vision board, but it's not just I'm gonna put some Elmer's glue on this paper, stick some pictures from Google Images on it, and then it just magically happens. No, that's not it. It's a way for you to see your goals right in front of you, and it's a daily reminder that these are things that are important to you and this is what you're working towards, instead of just thinking about goals at the beginning of the year or whenever you want to set a goal for yourself and never actually making it something tangible or externalizing it in some way. I know that I talked about in my previous video just how to prep for 2020 and how to make it your best year. So if you haven't seen that, go watch it. But in that video I talked about how important it was to externalize the things that you want and not just keep them all in your head. So whether that's writing them down, making a vision board, typing them in a Google Doc or something, talking about them to other people, it's a way for you to hold yourself accountable. Something else that I talked about was that if you don't know what kind of goals you want to set for yourself or the exact thing that you want to achieve, I would recommend thinking about priorities that you have for yourself in your life or values that you hold, and from there you can set smaller goals that align with those priorities. So once you know what kind of goals that you want to set for yourself or things that you want to achieve, you can start just looking on Pinterest or Google Images. I got a lot of my images from both. Start looking at pictures that you want to put on your vision board, put them in a document, print them out, cut them out, the whole thing. And I would say make sure you're pretty specific. And I mean this in the sense that if one of your goals is to drink more water instead of drinking coffee or soda or pop, whatever you say, don't put a picture of a Pepsi can with an X over it or something, because then your mind just sees that Pepsi can and you're oh man, I really could go for a Pepsi right now. So I made a physical vision board, but you can definitely make a digital vision board, or you can make both for that matter. I know some people have Pinterest boards that are just images of stuff they want, or pictures that make them feel good or whatever, and you can definitely do that, but I like the idea of being able to see it every day. And if you're gonna take the time to scroll through your entire Pinterest board every day, that's fine, but I like it just so you can see it all in one place. I know some people make a collage on their phone and then put it on their phone background so you see it every time you open your phone, which would be a cool idea too. And I like the physicality of it because I took the time, I took a day to make this whole thing, so I want to kind of see it through, if that makes sense. It's more I guess, well, it's less passive than just like pinning pictures on Pinterest, because like people do that all the time anyway. I like the physicality of this and the intention that I had behind my physical vision board. And I think something that's really important to note is that like your vision is allowed to change. So for me, I know in the next like 5 or 10 years, I want to get a new car, and I know exactly what kind of car I want. If in 5 years or 10 years or sooner than that, I decide, hey, I want this different car, then that's okay. Like it's not like set in stone forever. The last thing I'll say about making my vision board, or a tip I want to give you about making your vision board if you choose to, is I think you should make it like pretty. I know that sounds stupid, but I think it should be something that you enjoy looking at. I was gonna do mine on just like a regular, and I know people do this and that's fine if it works for you, like go ahead. Just like a regular like big piece of like poster board, and people just like stick things on it, and there's no real like rhyme or reason to it, and they just cut things out and pop it on. But I wanted mine to be kind of like a decor piece almost, because then I'm like excited about looking at it, instead of it's not just like a big like poster board that's kind of like an eyesore to my room. And I don't have a huge room anyway, so it'd be like really noticeable and to be like kind of not intimidating, but just like a little like off. But mine, this cute little frame that I got from Marshall's, it was like $6 or $7 or something. So I was gonna go to Target and everything was like $25. So I was like, now. I think it's cute. I'm excited about it. So scattered around the vision board, I just have like some quotes and stuff that, I don't know, they don't really necessarily mean anything. They're just like, you know, put me in a good mood. And again, they're kind of aesthetically pleasing, so I'd like want to look at my vision board. So right here I just have a quote. It says, "You will make it." I put that on there just because next year, and that kind of, I don't know if you noticed, probably not, but I like broke them up. This is such an awkward angle. I broke them up into little like quadrants, I guess. So that quadrant is just kind of like in the fall I'll be going, and I guess this is towards the end of the year, but in the fall I will be going to graduate school to get my doctorate, so I'm very excited. But it's very intimidating. And it's gonna be a lot of hard work. And I just wanted to remind myself to not like obsess completely over the grades that I get, and just know that like at the end of the day I'm gonna get my doctorate, I'm gonna be able to treat patients, and I'm gonna be happy. I know I just said like I didn't need to like obsess over the actual grades, but I do have a goal that I want to try to get a 3.5 GPA at least in my first trimester, and an A+ on something, anything, like any sort of assignment or test or exam or anything. Here's the school that I'm going to. It's in St. Louis. I've already been accepted, but I just wanted to put that on there as kind of just like an exciting reminder, and like be a little bit grateful that I get to move to an awesome city. Here's a picture of an iPad and just like some notes that are on the iPad. I'm required to get an iPad for my program, and I was going to get one anyway. But I really want to take like good digital notes and be really, I don't know how to put this, but just like intentional about my note taking and like really learning everything that I can possibly learn. But also right here I just have a picture of a female chiropractor giving an adjustment, just because I want to manifest that for my life. Yeah, so I guess we'll move over here. Right here I have a picture of a girl running, and I just want to run more. But I used to run cross country in high school, and I really do love running. I'm not like a marathon runner by any means, but like I really like the act of running, so I want to make sure I'm making that a priority in my life. And then also this is going to represent, this girl doing a squat is going to represent making a better plan for my exercise, because sometimes I just go to the gym and just kind of wing it, but I want to be more intentional about what I'm planning for my workouts. Here is a picture just like of a really yummy like salad or something. I want to be more intentional about like eating cleaner foods, not necessarily like a certain diet or way of eating. Like I don't think I need to be a vegetarian or vegan or like anything, but I feel good when I eat lots of whole foods. Up here is a picture of a gymnast like swinging on the bars, just like her hands. And for those of you who don't know, I coach gymnastics. I've done that. This is my 7th year coaching gymnastics, and at my gym we have, well, I guess we don't like have a set team anymore, but there's one woman that I coach and she's 39 years old and she still competes in gymnastics, and I could definitely do that. So I did a practice with her on Sunday. I was very sore on Monday morning, but I think I want to do like one competition before I like move to St. Louis, because this is like the only time I'm ever really gonna get to do it. So I want to be intentional about training for that and seeing that through. I want to compete again, so that's really exciting. Here's just like a big old stack of cash, which is great. That's gonna represent me wanting to be more financially literate, I guess. I was really good about budgeting several months ago when I started like learning about like all the money I owed on my student loans, which is fantastic. And so I was budgeting literally like every cent, and I kind of like fell out of that, and I want to get back on that. Here's a picture of my boyfriend and I. We're adorable, I know, but he's obviously a priority in my life, and so I want to foster that relationship as best I can. And we do long distance right now. He lives in Pittsburgh, I live in Ohio, and so it's not terrible. But when I move to St. Louis in August, that's gonna be like a little bit tougher, and I think we'll be okay, because we're not super codependent on each other right now. Like most of our relationship has been long distance, but I just want to make sure that is like central in my life, and it's one of my priorities. Here's a picture of a camera that just to represent me wanting to be more comfortable making content, and I'm not like super open about like what I'm posting. Like I don't like promote myself too much, but I want to be a little more confident about what kind of content I'm posting in the next year. So yeah, and then right below that I have a little like 1,000 subscribers thing, because I want to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So here I just have a picture of myself, like I posted on Instagram, and then just a little Instagram logo right there, because I want to grow my Instagram to maybe like, let's say 2,500. So go follow me on Instagram. And then below that I have this hashtag sponsored on it. I just made that like on my own, and I'd like to have some sort of like sponsored something on one of my social media platforms. I think that would be cool. I have a plane right here. I don't have any like certain travel destinations I want to go to, but I know when I go to school there'll be lots of opportunities to like travel to conferences and like other events and stuff. So I'd like to travel at least like somewhere in the next year. Below that I have my little black cat. I don't know if I necessarily want to own a cat by the end of the year, but at least have like some sort of plan around owning a cat. Here I have some books. This is just a stack of books, and then this is a book I want to read. I know like everyone has read this book, I just like haven't gotten around to it. It's You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. Yeah, I want to read that this year. Next one I have a picture of a woman meditating. I want to make meditation and just like being more mindful a higher priority in my life in 2020. I got on it like towards like several months ago, I think, and I was really good about it, and then I just kind of like fell off, so I want to be more mindful about that. Here's a picture of me in nature. We went hiking and it was really pretty where we were. It was in Ohio, but I just want to be more intentional about being in nature, especially like when I move. I know I'm like not moving to like the middle of the woods, but regardless I just want to spend more time in nature because that's what makes me feel good. Here's a picture of a journal, and I just want to make journaling and externalizing my thoughts, like more personal thoughts, a little more of a priority in my life. And I go through like waves with that. Like I'll be really good about it at some points and then like just like stop. like completely at others. So I want to be a little bit more consistent with that, because I think it's good to look back on how you were feeling, because I know I've like found some of my old journals when I was like 12 or like 10 or 12 or something, and I'm just like, oh my god, like what was going on? And like part of it is like good and reflective, and other parts of it is just kind of like funny. I don't know. If you like ever found your old diaries or journals and you've read them, you know what I mean. And then here is a picture of my very best friends. I love them to death, and that's just kind of a symbol that I want to, I really love the people in my life, and I'm really thankful for the relationships that I have, but sometimes I don't know, like I want to be more intentional and make it a priority to check up on the friends that I have, especially because I'm moving away and I don't get to see these friends as much as I would like to, especially when I move to St. Louis in the fall. I'm going to be even farther away from them. So I want to be intentional about, you know, keeping those relationships that I have and checking in on people. And then also I guess that symbolizes making new friends. I guess that wraps up my vision board. I like it. I'm excited about it. I need to hang it up on my wall still, but we will get to that. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you make a vision board, please like send me a picture of it on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is always linked down below. Leave me a comment about your goals in the comments, and I will read them all, and we can chat in the comments about it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. You good? Look at this. Look at that. Okay. Isn't this just the best dog you've ever seen?